आप बहुत दहाड़ मचा रहे हो, हर जगह देखो दहाड़ ही दहाड़ ही दहाड़ हो रही है।
Yeah, I'm not complaining. I'm very happy.
पर ऑनेस्टली मुझे एक बात बताओ, व्हेन डार्लिंग्स में आपने हमजा प्ले किया था, योर मदर वाज वेरी कंसर्न कि कोई लड़की आपसे शादी ना करेगी। अब ये देख के तो कोई भी लड़की बोलेगी मुझे बचा लो, क्या करोगे तुम?
मैं खाली अवार्ड लेके जाऊंगा अपने घर.
मम्मी का क्या होगा?
Mom will be just happy with the awards, I guess, and the fat paycheck that I'm getting now.
But you don't know, every Indian mom's ultimate destination is shadi. You do understand that?
Yeah, I know, but I'm not listening to that side of her actually.
बहुत shy हो रहे हो, but anyways they call you the most eligible bachelor, but sorry, he's very concerned. He's only interested in playing psycho roles, so girls are at your own risk. So but honestly, playing the character that you have, you know, when you play characters like that, whether it was Hamza, whether it's these many characters, Anand, Keith, Richard, does it not like disturb your mind space? I mean, do you, you know, sometimes we do judge the character we are playing and then try to perceive them the way we want to, because they say na, every saint is a sinner and every sinner can be a saint. But आपका process क्या? Does it like get too much, or you just leave the character come back?
Yeah, I figured out how to do this effectively without, you ruining your head. Um, and with enough practice of playing twisted men, I've come to conclusion that you shoot, and then you come back and you forget about it.
But what is like, say for this particular character, I know you put up that post of the shirts, how sometimes clothes help you get into the skin of the
Yeah,
character. People
yeah.
use perfume and scent. How did you analyze this man? Did you observe someone? Because in his case, it's all mind game, because psychopaths get a kick out of doing things because they cannot explain it another way. कि मुझे मजा आता है करने में. I mean, how else do you process?
Yeah, that was the brief basically. I was asking Rima, but like, why kill? Like, of course, like he can try to woo different girls and spend time with them and all that, but why kill? And why, like, what does he get out of it? Like, he gets a kick out of it, which I didn't understand. Like, what does it mean? So, what I figured while playing this person was it's important to kind of not understand everything, because there's literally no way a sane mind can understand such a convoluted mind. You know, you can only understand the mechanics around what this person could feel like, but there's a complete disconnection of conscience in Anand's mind. So, there is this voice which guides us if we're doing something wrong, something right. But that voice is very, very problematic inside a psychopathic mind. So there's no point trying to understand and trying to feel like this person. You just have to mimic and just ape what is the right kind of behavior for a person like this. And we kept it, like, if you've seen the show, we've kept it
Yes.
very effortless. It doesn't seem like a dangerous guy. It doesn't behave like a dangerous guy. He doesn't even talk like a dangerous guy. There's nothing dangerous about this person, because that's the reason why he's able to do what he's done. 26, 28, 29 women who thought that they can have a future with this person. So he's supposed to be somebody who gels, who merges with the world around him. He's an
Absolutely.
extremely crafted chameleon.
Absolutely, because as you remember Charles Sobraj, you know, he was
Yeah.
similar, biggest charmer. Women didn't know what they were getting into, and then analyze him. I'm sure the answer would be the same. हो जाता है, I mean, like nothing. But tell me something. When
Yeah.
you get these characters on paper, there are other characters also. Are you drawn towards these very convoluted, dark characters? Does it give you more of a platform
This
and
this hap Yeah,
perform?
I think this happened in 2019. Script came to me in 2019. At
Hmm.
that time, I'd just come off Gully Boy and maybe I shot Mirzapur. So I
Yeah.
wanted to do something, which pushes the boundaries for me as well. So at that
Yeah.
time, this character excited me, although they only approached me for this part. But I would have chosen this over the other two male characters. Because at that time I needed this. Although the release is happening a few years later, so now it looks like I've only been doing this. Um, but it was important for me to kind of do a meteor part at that time, and I did.
No, awesome, because I know. Pele, I saw you as Hamza, we spoke. Now I'm seeing you like that. I said, what is with this boy? Will we see you do that ultimate romantic boy, that sushil ladka, or wo nahi ho payega?
You're speaking like my mom.
वो भी सोच रही हूँ कि कर क्या रहा है, ये अनसिंकेबल बॉय क्यों बन रहा है?
I think there are far too many suitable boys. There aren't too many unsuitable boys around. So I think I would just own that space and reign that space.
Why not? Why not? Actually, we do. वो space ऐसे खाली है for that ultimate. वो जैसे उस जमाने में नहीं होते थे the villain who like दहशत आ जाती थी देखकर, वो आजकल है नहीं. So maybe yeah, that you carve that space for you, but whatever you do well. But also collaborating with Zoya. I mean, after Gully Boy, also it doesn't become easy. You understand the synergy and the creative energy. Is it easier to work with people you worked before with?
Yeah, there is a comfort and there's a love for the work that Zoya and Rima, particularly Rima in this case with the heart. She's the one who's written part of the writing with Zoya. She's producing it. She's directed 4 episodes along with Ruchika Oberoi, who directed 4 episodes. So it was nice to go back to them. Like I enjoyed working with them on with Zoya on Gully Boy. I enjoyed working with her again on Ghost Stories. Uh, so I enjoy being in their presence. I enjoy the kind of work that they do. And with this script like this, if you come to an actor, only a fool will say no to it. So, and I'm not a fool.
That I know you're not a fool, but मुझे एक बात बताओ, इतने सालों में प्रोसेस अभी बदला है? Because पहले
क्या
you were
बदला है?
testing waters. Your process has it changed? Because now I would say you are in a very, very comfortable position with,
Mhm.
you're the go-to guy for roles like these and for complex characters. Has the
Uh-huh.
process changed or has it remained the same? Like,
Uh, no, process is the same. The actors and should be on a process of self-discovery and kind of a self-exploration through the process of living this life in front of the camera. I feel like the more I evolve as a person, I feel like a part of me is used in movies. So this was a phase, and now I've moved to another phase where I'm doing sets of characters that I've never approached before. So it's not going to be all villain roles going ahead because I also got tired of it after a certain point. So to answer your early questions, I feel like I wanted to kind of go to a crazy place, and with the heart I did. But I feel like I want to venture into other areas now. So the process has been different for different films. So right now, I remember shooting for Joy's film, Devotion of Suspect X, and it's a completely different kind of a role and a different process for me. So I enjoyed that as well.
and then you also have murder mystery coming है with Homi. Again, वो नाम भी तो ऐसे हैं आपके पिक्चरों के.
I know, but it's homey, so it's going to be whack fun mad.
Okay. And another thing, you were in Cannes 10 years after that, created quite a buzz there, because also another thing with people I speak and I am observing is your sartorial fashion choices. Yeah. You've like emerged as this fashion icon. So please explain this to me, the other side of Vijay Varma. I know you are a
Please,
sneaker.
yeah,
But say
uh-huh,
fashion icon, flatty fashion. Is that an
yeah.
extension of personality?
I guess it is, and also, I found some success after Gully Boy, and for a couple of years when I was getting projects out, it was all happening on Zoom, so people really didn't see, and I didn't want to wear fancy outfits and sit in front of a laptop screen. So I guess when Darlings came out, I was out there and having a good time wearing fancy clothes. So that's where it started. It started with Darlings. It's just uh, I started to enjoy the process of promotions, and one way of doing it was to kind of have fun in those photo shoots, in those interviews, and in what I'm wearing, and more than me, I participated a bit. I think the fashion community participated more than I did. So just to give you a context, I got zero acting awards in the last 1 year, and I got seven fashion awards. So it's clearly uh, I must be doing something wrong in acting, and definitely something right in fashion.
I'm sure your mother now feels there is some hope somewhere.
Yeah.
But also the fact that you have beautifully balanced the platform, the streaming platforms like OTT and the film, the box office. We've struck a balance. Do you feel those lines have now blurred for actors because फर्क नहीं पड़ता है मेरी पिक्चर रिलीज हो रही है वहां या यहाँ?
हम्म
Or do you think that
नहीं, मेरे को
sometimes?
एक ही चीज से फर्क पड़ता है. आई डोंट लाइक अ प्रोजेक्ट टू बी इग्नोर्ड, and
हाँ.
I don't want to be ignored on the big screen, and I don't want to be ignored on the small screen. So I want to be not ignored. That's my criteria for bringing out a project. Whoever brings the eyeball. I don't want to be a great success in my head on big screen and nobody comes and watches it. And I don't want to be a great success OTT when nobody comes and watches it. So I feel like a success is when everybody stops and takes notice of the work that you're doing.
मुझे एक बात बताओ, जब आपके पास स्क्रिप्ट्स आती हैं, रूल्स आती हैं, व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट डज इट फॉर यू? लाइक इंटरेस्ट, आई एम श्योर, लाइक पोथे आते होंगे स्क्रिप्ट्स की, और आजकल पोथे नहीं
Yeah.
आते होंगे, पीडीएफ फाइल्स आती होंगी, व्हाटएवर. व्हाट डज इट फॉर यू? लाइक डिलीट एक्सेप्ट कैसे करते हो?
Yeah, you have to अगर पढ़ते वक्त मजा नहीं आ रहा ना, तो फिर कोई चांस ही नहीं है कि वो फिल्म में मजा आएगा. तो मुझे मजा आना चाहिए. मुझे पढ़ते वक्त मैं खुद gripped रहूं उस स्क्रिप्ट से. That's the first criteria. The script has to work for me. I don't care if there are big names involved. This and that. The script is not working. It's not working for me. And I've said no to a lot of those. And I think I've got fairly decent at choosing the right scripts. So yeah, that's the first criteria. It has to completely grip me. And now we have more criteria, and I want to see if it's a leading role. I want to make sure that it is something that I've not done before. And then eventually I want to see who the director is. I mean, that's also a strong criteria. If the director is great, then then even a half decent script can turn into something special.
Absolutely. Who actually has been an influence over the years? हमेशा एक बंदा होता है जिसका, maybe it's his craft, whether it's their fashion style or whether it's just them, influences you. Do you have
I think
any?
I I think Irfan, with his acting and acting choices and the kind of person he was, unfortunately, impressed me a lot. And there are so many legends in our industry who've been doing consistently solid work, and like Mr. Bachchan, the way he conducts himself, the way he's professional, the way he has enthusiasm for the work. Um, got a chance to meet Shah Rukh sir, and that was very, very special. And the kind of uh, love that he receives. I think anybody, not just actors, any person, any politician, anybody would be wanting to be that loved. So, and it happens because he is so loving himself. So there are so many things, great qualities in him. Amir sir, in the way he had so many screenings for Laden Chadda, and the way he met and greeted everybody in the process. He's such a humble, such a lovely gentleman, and so much heart was poured into that film, Laden Chadda. I was moved to tears. Um, so yeah, I think legends like these, Mr. Nasir Saab, who's always been, I consider myself as a Ekalavya, you know, to his Dronacharya, because he's somebody who I learned from a distance.
चलो मैं आपसे फैन क्वेश्चंस लेती हूँ. An experience that you never want to re-experience now.
Oh, yeah, I think those days when there was barely anything in the pocket, and just not knowing, like I had to make a choice between eating a idli, two idlis, or 8 pani puris. I had that much money, so I don't ever want to go back to that.
A film that was a turning point in your life.
Think Gully Boy.
Okay. A film set that you would want to go back to again.
Okay, Computer. And
Really?
Gully Boy. Oh, Okay,
Really
Computer was
awesome.
mad fun.
Okay. One director that you really want to work with. I mean, on your wish list, tops on your wish list.
Bhansali. I think every actor says that.
He's a tough one to work with also.
I mean, who is the one who's choosing soft ones here? I'm not that guy. I like
Okay.
challenges, yeah.
Crime, thriller, comedy, your preferred genre?
Comedy.
Okay.
For me,
One.
now.
Okay. So
I've done
another thing.
enough crime thrillers.
I know, अब comedy कर लो यार, बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया है यार. I mean, we are really. I'm concerned for your mom also. Okay. For your worst date ever.
Worst date.
Worst date ever.
I remember meeting this girl. I just met her for the first time, and I think in the first 5 minutes, I decided to leave the date, and I was just like, how do I leave without being rude? Because she just was completely on a different tangent in life, and I think she was too hoity-toity, and she didn't like the cinema that I liked. Uh, I think it's a big one for me. Like she's like, I hate Anurag Kashyap films; they're so dark. And I'm like, I love Anurag Kashyap films, so I don't think I can get along with
What for you actually is going to be a deal maker, yaar? What will be a deal
you.
maker for you? The moment
Deal?
deal maker for you when you know this person is the one. जब वो पिक्चरों पर जब bonding होगी.
I think there has to be some kind of lack of arrogance. I don't like arrogance. So I think kindness turns me on in people. Not sexually turn me on, but just I am attracted to people who are kind.
Okay, and as we wrap up, one thing you can't stand: cheating, lying, or a lazy attitude.
One thing I can't.
Stand: cheating, lying, or a lazy attitude. One thing that will just do it for you.
No, I'm very tolerant. I can handle all of it. I do. I think lazy attitude is something that if you're working for me, then tough luck with that lazy attitude.
Awesome. Thank you so much for chatting with me, and it's always a good
Thank
time.
you.
So, अब बताओ, अब what can we expect? Oh, there's also
You can.
stories. Love stories भी बताओ क्या हो रहा
I
है?
think that's the one you should expect next. Spicy lust stories.
Okay, so we are not going to see the
Do that again.
what happened. Yeah, you can take me in a film with you.
I wonder how Robert De Niro or Pacino managed to have these careers. They were always bad men. I hope to be like them.
And they're also creating news for other things also, Robert De Niro and Al Pacino.
Yeah, I can't be wait to be 80 and have kids. Yeah, really, that's goals. I'm
Well,
joking. Please get my joke.
I've got your joke. Don't worry about that. But thank you so much,
Yeah.
Vijay, for idea of a good time as you're speaking to Good Times.
Thank you so much, Pooja. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Likewise. और कितने sneakers ऐड कर लिए मुझे ये बता दो. लास्ट टाइम कुछ 3,000 या 4,000 थे.
No. I bought like a 6-7 pair. That's about it.
उसका करोगे वैसे क्या?
मेरी माँ बोलती जूतों की दुकान है तो शायद बेचूंगा.
Between jute
Or
and
maybe
awards.
maybe I'll auction it for some calls someday if I become
Sorry.
successful.
Yeah, between your juta and awards, your mom has a tough fight. But thank you so much. Lovely teasing you
Thank
also.
you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.